Hello and welcome back, Warriors. Thank you so much for joining me. This is a part 2 to part 1 on some merchandise that I had recently gotten from this lovely channel called Solar Balls. They are on YouTube. They have a channel about planets, what they would do if they had personalities and if they had consciousness. It's much more than I thought. I just whipped it on as background noise while I was video gaming because I was bored, as you do get sometimes. You just want some background noise. I ended up falling in love with these guys, their characters that they created, the character development, the stories that they were telling. I highly recommend you check them out. Maybe you'll enjoy it too. If not, well, you checked out something new. So anyway, this is part 2. I'm going to go over the SolarCards that I got. The base deck, I ended up getting 2 of them. So if anybody ever wanted to play SolarCards with me, I could do that, or I could play Memory because I've got 2, or I could just be like Mercury and collect them all. And I'm kind of turning into Mercury and collecting them all. I initially tried to do a video with me going over these classic decks, what's in them, as well as opening some the booster packs with you guys. However, that video, well, it ended up being 2 videos. I am not gonna upload because I kept on saying a lot and a lot. So much so that I could not stand it myself, and those will go into the abyss of non-existence, and hopefully nobody ever sees those ever. So, unfortunately, what I'm going to end up doing is going over what comes in the base deck, and then quickly flip through the booster packs that I got and what was in them, and we'll do it that way instead. So, step number 1, let's go over this. In the classic deck, or the basic deck, no matter how many of these you get, you and your friends will always have the exact same starters. Art style, all the same moons, anomalies, dwarf planets, and the sun. Art and what you get in them is all exactly the same. These boxes that they come in are really nice. So if you don't have like a card holder, I got this one from Amazon. It actually was 2. This is a smaller one. We'll go over the bigger one that's holding all the booster pack ones in a moment. So if you don't have one of those, this is actually really nice to kind of hold them in. And then it's got a spot in the back where you can say who it belongs to, so you and your friends don't get them mixed up. So what comes in the regular deck, you get the wonderful thank you card from the team. It's very nice. And then before, they didn't have a bunch of YouTube videos on the rules and how to play, so they have them in there as well, but you can find a lot of YouTube videos with breakdown of how to play, which is really nice. And then they've also got this in there too. The art on the back is absolutely lovely. I really do like that, as well as the fun art style on the front. So the anomalies basically just kind of mix things up for you and brings a new and different challenge to the card game itself and keeps things interesting. I'm not going to try and pronounce a handful of these guys' names because I'm totally going to butcher them, but Proteus, I do like his little character in the series. He's adorable. Along with Phobos and Deimos. I don't know why, I just like those 3. They're just like kids in the series, and they're just cute. Can't explain it. So you cut a lot of moons and use the moons. There they are, Phobos and Deimos. Deimos. They come in the base deck or the classic deck, which I'm super glad. So you use the moons to get planets and or dwarf planets, and you use those planets to get the sun, and whoever gets the sun first wins and the game ends. You can play with, I believe, more than 2 people, and it gets kind of interesting, a little challenging. This is Pluto before 2006. Anything that happened after 2006 doesn't matter. He is always a planet and always will be a planet to me. Sorry, people. It's just the way I grew up. I can't not. So, a lot of the characters that I like is Mercury. I'm starting to understand Venus a lot more in his character progression. I won't go over too much of that sort of thing because I don't really want to spoil too much for anybody that's new to the series and hasn't seen anything yet. In the booster packs, they come in little tin foil or foil packaging, which is very common for baseball cards, Pokemon cards, any type of cards. It's very nice, well packaged. The box that it ships in, also they package things really nice. They have styrofoam in here so they don't shift around and get damaged when you order them. It's super nice and thoughtful that they do that for those collectors. Now, that's the base deck that you get, and again, no matter how many of those that you get, they'll all be exactly the same. So I'm going to pause a moment here, and then I'm going to pull over the boosters that I got and everything that's in there. So please stand by. So here's what I got to hold the booster packs. Got it from Amazon, decent price for what I got. I thought it was very fitting for the astronaut solar balls. Very funny. I also have other cards from other games. One of them is Skylanders. A lot of you might know that. Some of you might not. They had little figures that you would use and they pop up in the video game. They also had their own collector cards. I ended up keeping all those, as well as another not so well known card game with figures is called Dragomons. And I've got both of those. If you are interested in going through those collections, just comment down below and I'll make more videos, or I'll get back to my regular kind of stuff, which is gaming, and I'll try and get some more of those videos up for everybody and get back to the normal stuff. So let's go through the boosters and what you get in that. There's rarities and variants of a whole bunch of them. So I got the thank you cards. I also threw the base deck, one of the base decks in here, as well as the booster packs. So here are, I believe the most rare, sorry, can't get the lighting quite right, is 4 stars. As far as I know, I don't know of any 5 stars out there. If there are any, absolutely feel free to let me know in the comments below and let me know what they are, because I would be very interested. So these are kind of what I ended up getting. I've got Thea. I only got one of those. I believe there's Proto-Earth as well, but I haven't gotten that one, so I left a space. And here we go. We've got Mercury, and there's different variants. Venus. I ended up with 4 different types of Venuses. Terra or Earth. Got Mars. And you can organize yours obviously however you like. I tried to do mine as suns, planets, dwarf planets, then moons, and then anomalies. And I tried to do rarest cards to least rarest cards. and that's just kind of how I organized it. I also found that I wanted to do Triton as the dwarf planet, and then also on the next page as a moon. I kind of also did that with Pluto with his planet form, and then flip it over, and then you've got his dwarf planet on the next page. Or actually, it worked out on the same page. So there's a whole bunch of cards out there. Feel free to like pause it and take a look at what I've got. So far, I think Titan and Thea are my favorite of the cards that I've gotten so far. My favorite characters in the Solar Ball series will have to be Thea, Proto-Earth. In real life, it's Pluto is my favorite planet. In the series, Solar Ball series, it's actually Neptune. He's my favorite. But I also like Mercury. And again, I'm starting to understand Venus's character and why he is the way he is more and more as they come out with more background on all these characters, along with a handful of moons, Phobos, Deimos, Proteus, Triton. And then they also have a handful of anomalies that you can get in the booster packs as well, which is also keeps it fun, entertaining. You never know what's going to happen. Guillermo, I get that he's an anomaly, but I would also kind of appreciate him as, I don't know how they would do it, like as an actual like card playable character, but I get that he's not really a planet or moon, so that would be kind of hard to do. So those are the ones that I've got. Again, I did try and do a video with me opening these up, as well as initially going over the booster packs and everything. But I decided and opted out of uploading that because I could basically make a drinking game out of it with how many times I said and throughout the video, and it was driving me absolutely bonkers. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Feel free to check out their merch as well as their YouTube channel. I will have the link down below. Comment if you want to see more of my random card collections that I have for Dragomon and Skylanders. I think those are kind of the only other real ones that I have. I do have some Pokemon cards. Nothing really too exotic or exciting with those. But yeah, just let me know in the comments below if you'd like to see that, or if you'd like to see some more of my oddball collections that I have, or if you want me to get back to the regular content of me playing some videos or video games and uploading those. Thank you again so much for joining me on this fun little journey with solar balls. And again, I would recommend at least checking them out, checking out their channel, seeing if it's in your taste. Maybe it's not, maybe it isn't. Maybe you know somebody that would like the goofy little series about if planets had personalities and could think. Let's catch you on the next one. Thank you again.